Hello there. Welcome to Chessington World of Adventures. It is a hot and sunny day, very sticky. It's the first hot day in July, which you might remember when you watch this. It's about 29 degrees. It's schools week, which means it's going to be full of school kids. Not least I'm coming here, absolutely not. We are coming to film some stuff for the All Rides Ranked, and I thought I'd just do a quick vlog just to see what Chessington's like, because there's rumours that the place is suffering a little bit with ride availability. So let's go in and see what's going to happen today. So as I say, it is schools weeks, which means it will be incredibly busy. Looking at the queue times yesterday, q-times.com shows you queue times, and it reached about 100 minutes for quite a few attractions yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see whether the weather affects anything. Obviously school trips are all pre-booked. Interesting times. Let's go through bag search, get through the other side. And as hundreds of school kids go past through the main entrance, I have entered into the nice calm area just outside Burnt Stub Mansion. That is Burnt Stub Mansion just there. Home to, I don't know what it used to be. Clearly a mansion at some point, until the zoo appeared in the 1920s. Oh, it's like 100 years now. That's exciting, isn't it? Hopefully the audio will be a lot better today. I have learnt a lot of the recent vlogs have had poor audio quality. I do apologise for that. I am now holding this differently to hopefully not cover up the microphones accidentally. Oh god, I'm good at this, aren't I? Anyway, it's not just me by myself here. There is someone else who we'll see momentarily. It's a he, currently queuing for an attraction with a way longer queue time than originally advertised. So let's go join him. Not queue jumping. We'll wait for him to come off the rise and we'll see him there. Oh wow, it's been a while since I've been here. The flooring's different. I can't remember whether they did that this year or in previous years. They've definitely done a bit on Sea Storm, which is nice. Nice big new cabin, lucky them. I used to have a tiny one. If you're not aware, back in the day, I used to work at Chessington World of Adventures. That was ages ago now, a good 18 years ago, 2006 to 2008. Worked here, down in this area, Transylvania as it was called back then. It's now called Wildwoods. But yeah, so it feels a little bit strange coming down and seeing my old haunt. As yes, used to work on Bubbleworks, used to work on Vampire and Sea Storm, Black Buccaneer, Safari Skyway when that was here back in the day. As you can see, I'm hiding in the shade quite a lot today because it's flipping roasting, and you might hear a lot of kids around because it's schools weeks, as I keep saying. So yes, it's avoid them and try and at least have a nosy around, see what things are. But yes, he's obviously currently waiting for Vampire, so that will finish soon. Well, hopefully it'll be off soon. We'll see. Yeah, this looks quite nice nowadays. It's quite well looked after. Well, I say that, Gruffalo's falling to bits a bit, but it's nice to have audio in the area. It's nice to have it a little bit open up. The track needs a real paint and clean up and stuff. It looks really, really old. So actually, completely the opposite to what I just said. It looks terrible. No, it looks acceptable. Anyway, I'm waffling. Let's get him into shot. Scratch that. I've just seen where he is in the queue, and he's still got at least another half an hour to go. Because as with everybody at Chessington, they automatically go straight for Vampire. That's the first ride they go to. Vampire, maybe Fury, and probably Mandrill's Mayhem. I haven't been here since Mandrill's Mayhem, there you go. So I haven't been here in at least a couple of seasons. There's a few rides that have joined since I used to work, well, since I last visited. This used to be the train. We've got a big old train going round. Wasn't here when that existed, and that's the rides office. How exciting. All the thrilling stuff for you to see on here. I'm wandering over to the other side of the park in the corner, where currently it's showing no queue times. So that either means people aren't there yet, or it means they haven't updated the queue times. They've done a lot of paintwork up here. They've turned that into like a patchwork elephant for some reason. Tiny Truckers has a massive queue as always. Jumbos, 5 minutes. That keeps moving around everywhere. But yes, let's have a nosy. Trying to stay in the shade for as long as possible. Oh look, a HB Leisure thing. It looks HB Leisure-y. Yeah, it's very colourful here now. They've certainly put a lot of stuff in, which is quite nice. This looks very, very nice, this area. This used to be Toy Town back in the day. Used to be a big pond in the middle where this brickwork was. Big pond. Not anymore, clearly. They used to have a little weather vane. God, I'm talking good 15 years now. There's Fury. Slightly painted up, but not really. Weird. Past berry bouncers, or whatever they call it nowadays. That's how old I am. And there's quite a nice stage. Prop drop there. Ramesses Revenge used to be. But what I'm trying to get to is Tomb Blaster. As every couple of years or so, they seem to spend some money on it and try and mess around with it. And they do a poor job of it apparently, so I'm interested to see that. Can't film on rides at Chessington or most parks in the UK unfortunately, which is a shame. Here's a tiny little river rafts ride, which I also haven't seen in person. Maybe I just never walk around. It says open on Tomb Blaster. Surely it's got some sort of queue. There's no queue outside, so maybe it'll be okay. Let's go in and have a look.
Oh, what the fuck?
Ooh, that's nice. They've put some effort into that. But unfortunately then we go straight into the station. Yeah, there's no queue. Yay! Wow, that was interesting. Straight out of the tomb. Let's have a sit down and decipher that. So, Tomb Blaster, to be honest, since it's been shoot 'em up things, hasn't been great. So back when I was here back in 2006, 07, 08, the attraction wasn't great. All it was audio and you shoot some stuff. Then they've replaced the gun system with something really, really cheap. It feels cheap. It's very lit up everywhere. That's not very good. They've also put a lot of UV in, so it's lit up like a Christmas tree. Probably too much UV. You can have like bits aimed at things, but the sets are also slightly more lit as a result, and you can see quite a bit of the sets. No, they've also tried to do a story. The story which you can't really hear, don't really understand very much, but they've made a bit of an effort with it. It's probably in its better reincarnation now than it's been in any point in its Tomb Blaster life, but the ride system's pretty much had it now. It's very old. I believe its life expired, so it'd be interesting to see how long this can actually last now. I think it only runs on 3 trains now. Used to have 5 back in the day, but they're so knackered that at least one of them's dead, so it's either on 4 or 3 trains nowadays. I don't know. I have very mixed feelings. Anyway, what I do wonder is, I wonder if they still have Herman the German on there. So just inside there, there's a little cubby hole. There's a area there where you storage stuff, and it used to say Herman on it. Someone painted it in, because when the ride first opened, someone lost their life unfortunately whilst building it, fell down It's quite a few stories, I think 3 stories or so, but they fell and died. There is a plaque just underneath the lift, or there used to be one for Herman the German. So in the 80s, back when it was 5th dimension. Wow, very old stuff now. Yes, as you can see, I'm loitering in the shade. It's flipping roasting today. Let's go and find where the mystery man is. Croc Drop says 5-minute queue. It doesn't have a 5-minute queue, it's got about probably 15 minutes or so. It's quite busy around there. What's a shame is the shop is gone. Still says shop. Still has all the stuff in. Well, it doesn't have all the stuff in. It's got the wardrobe-y stuff. But you can pretend to play shopkeeper, which is my favourite game. Hello, would you like anything today? I've got a grand total of nothing here for you. I've got a telly. Anybody want a telly? Or a Wi-Fi router? How exciting. But yes, this is the issue with these kind of investments. When they get something that's not very big, it's just a small flat ride, and then they build a shop for it under the magic making, and it probably has a budget for it for 1 year, 1 or 2 years. It doesn't make any money and it closes, and you end up with this. Unfortunately, you see this everywhere in Merlin. They build a shop, they go, oh, actually we can't afford to run the shop closes. But there we go. I wonder whether they'll ever use that again. Good old shop. Croc Drop shop. With the fake 5-minute queue. Boo to you. Talking of closed things, actually, as I just walk off, the old Ramesses queue. It's a shame that they don't put anything high up anymore. Obviously there was an incident a while ago now, and as a result they went a little bit over the top and decided that instead of just checking to make sure things are safe, they just got rid of the option for you to be able to queue up high. So the only thing you can do now up high is Toon Blaster. The only reason they've got that up there is because well, they've got no other space to put it, so the queue's either up there or none at all, which is a shame really, because Chessington used to have queues all the way up everywhere. Runaway train down there, that's another thing we need to talk about. Ramesses, all these things. And another close bet is the games units. All the games units are shut too. So that makes it an interesting time, doesn't it? Into Mexicano, let's talk about something else which is closed. So everybody is heading straight over to the 3 main attractions they've got here, which are, of course, Vampire, Dragon's Fury, Mantua Mayhem. I imagine this has quite a queue too. Yeah, because this has an awful throughput. But if we talk about something which is also closed, those who visit quite often will know that down here was Scorpion Express back in the day. Well, Runaway Train originally, now in Scorpion Express. They had a fire last year, relatively small fire, and they've clearly decided to give up with it. So that's that now. I imagine this will go. The track's gone very rusty in its year of not being in operation. Here they've just blocked it off, and you can see everything just overgrowing there. They're not putting any effort into maintaining the area at all. I fully expect this to go. Once they have some sort of money, I imagine there'll be some sort of budget, and you'll see the end of that now. Clearly, again, they've just decided, which is a shame. And something which is happening a lot with this park is over the years, they sweat the assets until it can't last any longer. So Rattlesnake will probably be on its end soon. The Log Flume's on its end, Tiger Rock, Toon Blaster's on its end. And then what they do replace them with is quite cheap attractions, which probably won't last very long at all, which is a shame. I've always got a soft spot for Chessington because obviously it was the first park I worked at, so spent a lot of time here, A lot of time in my teens, particularly working around here. Look, some old stuff which is still here from my day is this, Chessington Armada. But probably only that sign, everything else is probably completely different. Those pubs do also exist, but it looks a bit overgrown back in the day, and this used to be KFC and Pizza Hut. That's quite a nice little look on the adventure tree. I've not rode that before. Maybe I'll have to make an effort. But yes, back down to Wildwoods. Let's go collect that other person. In it goes, just missed it there as we walked past everything while waiting for everybody to leave the attraction. This is a nice little vantage point of Vampire. And talking of wonderful vantage points,
hello.
Oh, it's him. This is the one who we've been waiting on for so long. So long. Hello, Charles.
Spent it all in that queue line, that's how long it was.
Yep, you have. Wow, exciting. So we've walked around the entire park. We haven't walked around the entire park, have we? We've done everything. Shall we go? End of Peter's vlogs. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Please remember to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Well, actually, no, let's go and do some stuff, shall we?
Have you done anything yet?
Yes, I've done Tomb Blaster.
Oh, you did Tomb Blaster?
Yes, it had a 0-minute queue, so I thought I'd walk.
The Gruffalo, I've got a sticker.
Oh, yeah.
25 years of the Gruffalo.
25 years of the Gruffalo.
Or is it 25 years of the book? Or
the book, definitely the book. Because the ride was Bubbleworks 10 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it could still be 25 years old if it's 10 years ago.
No, the ride's not 25 years old. 25 years old would make it 1989, and the ride opened in 1990, so nope.
No, 1 year out.
No, it's 24 years old, the ride, but they wouldn't celebrate that, would they? But yes, let's go to somewhere slightly quiet, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's go. This place has as much atmosphere as a morgue. Interestingly, it's still very McDonald'sy. So those are McDonald's trees just there. The smiley man, that's from McDonald's days. And so are these little bats here. Yeah, so all of them used to be themed. When it was McDonald's, they used to be well themed. Went to Burger King. Somehow this managed to keep the trees and stuff. They just had a massive Burger King sign hanging down from there. That was the only difference. And then it went in-house before it went out to Aramark. But yes, interesting. Back in the day when it first opened, there used to be a stage here where an animatronic, very much like the Vampire, where another organist, came out of the floor and played. But that was only around for about a year or two, and then they got rid of it for extra seating. What a waste of money. That's interesting, but yes, it is a bit empty here. It's only just opened, to be fair, and we were just waiting to add in that wonderful annual pass discount. Look how good that is. Oh,
that was actually quite good.
£10.80 for a burgery thing.
Burgery
thing. Poor quality burgery thing. Lovely. Can't wait to see that. And here we go. Let's have some records, because obviously Aramark will not be around in a few years' time.
The box is very sealed.
An incredibly sealed box.
Oh.
Look at that. It's like plastic. Genuinely is. It's like you've put some plasticky stuff all together, and it hasn't gelled together, and then it's made this. Some chippies. You can bite into it.
No.
No. Okay, the burger is just for show. How exciting. Yeah, hopefully the food will get a lot better in the future. At the moment, it's the worst it's been in a long time.
You're really selling this.
I am really selling it. I honestly say, don't buy food in the parks at the moment. Because
oh well, they're in closer supermarkets.
Yes. We've just walked all this way to go to Safari. To head through Forbidden Kingdom to Mexicana, keep left, go through the Children's Zoo, through Yama Zoo, and then turn left towards Wanyama Village to get to Safari Ride into Africa. Wonder what's happened to the bridge for them to not be able to use the bridge. Interesting, that probably explains why it is...
I thought it was hand sanitizer.
You idiot. Where it says, help yourself to free sun
So
cream.
used to it. You're having it now.
No,
You're having it now.
no, I'm busy. You pooed on the floor. Christ, that diversion's horrible. You have to walk all the way through the zoo areas. How dreadful. No, it's not. It's just a lot of faff and a lot of left, right, through some very clearly, like, what are they called? Areas like this. Oh, what do you call them? Oh, I can't remember. Access roads type things. Can't remember what they're called. Very weird though, having to do all this. Very, very weird. So we've walked like all the way around. Oh, danger of death. Lovely. But yeah, what a strange thing. I wonder why you can't just go over the bridge. But it does explain why it's going to be completely and utterly empty over here. Because, God, it's a lot of effort walking.
So don't want to stick into the theme though. It's boiling hot in the African area.
yeah, they've done well with the theme there, haven't they? Oh dear. Ooh. I've been over this bridge before. That's exciting. There we go. I've ticked off a new path. I suppose that's a benefit of having to do that. Yeah, it looks like it's permanently shut. I wonder what's wrong with it. It's literally just there.
There's nothing wrong with the bridge.
Doesn't look like there's anything wrong with the bridge. Very strange. Strange place. Anyway, let's go do safari. Cut back the brambles, please. I'm surprised that hasn't gone past of the queue check to be like, yeah, you have to actually walk through the brambles to get in there. Thanks, Chessington. Now, you used to be able to film on safari, but it says here that it's strictly prohibited on all our rides. That's someone who just screams, doesn't know what the attraction's meant to be. You're on a safari, aren't you? You go on the trucks, you go and see the animals, you take photos of the animals, and you continue. But nope, they don't want any of that anymore because whoever's made that decision up is a moron. There you go. Talking about that, they're on one track operation, and they've just said, yeah, it's not busy enough to have more than one truck on at the moment, which is interesting. Thank you, Chessington. I do love your operations.
Put the two together and you'll get Camel Pardalas.
Now, look closely everyone and make note of how many animals you can see, sir.
Ah, they're in their thing. Oh dear, it's too hot. Too hot for a giraffe? Looking at a thing.
Chessington Conservation Funds. Oh, that's good news.
It's another empty pen. This is quite poor. Oh, there's a rhino. Shame about the gates. It's meant to be like a safari, and then it's like, no, there's a big gate. Quite real.
There are massive horns made from a chemical which is actually the same substance as your hair and fingernails, and is highly prized in many cultures. Sadly, poaching for their horns continues to be a threat to rhinos all over the world.
The white rhino, though, like those here, are the most plentiful species.
You don't get long until we have to go again. One truck operation. Danger, go back.
Researchers, our satellites are showing that something's obstructing the route.
It looks like an abandoned vehicle, and there's no sign of a research team it belongs to. We recommend that you find an alternative route.
But don't go too far off the track.
Okay, so nothing. nothing out there. Absolutely nothing. Oh dear, they don't look after it anymore. And then we're back. All the trucks out the side. So this is 6. Definitely only 4 are out. Wonder where the other 2 are. There we go. Super.
Speaker.
Yeah, I do actually want to do it right next to the speaker. What a clever idea that is. Yeah, no clue why that's shut. And we've just come off, haven't we? What a wonderful time. What do you think of that?
Wow, it would have been nice if the animals were out.
Yeah, if the animals were there, it was on more than one truck, and that you got to hang around the animals which were there. Obviously, you did see a rhino.
And there was no show either.
And no show, yeah. It's very much a poor man's safari, really. It's gone right downhill. Same with most things here, to be honest. As they go on throughout the years, they don't look after them, they break them, and then they don't replace. So there we go. He was going on, very excited to go on safari.
Yeah, I actually enjoy it usually.
Yeah, no, it's nice for the breeze, which is very welcome on this time, but apart from that, it's completely pointless. And now it's blocked off. Here, no wonder nobody's coming to, well, nobody's coming down here because you can't get to it very easily. But yeah, it's not even worth
So
walking down,
re-rideable?
is it? It is re-ride. Shall we go in there again?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's do it. Yoo-hoo! Another Peter fun fact for you. Charles, you excited for this fun fact?
I'm never excited for
You're
it.
never excited. Well, that building there is where I had my first assessment centre back in 2006.
And they somehow looked over all your crimes and allowed you in.
No crimes. So, yes,
crimes.
very excited they let me in. And I've also had some training there once as well in 2007. How exciting!
The funnest of fun.
There we go. That's why you like and subscribe to this channel, for the insider knowledge that you don't get elsewhere.
Yeah,
from me,
involving Peter.
involving me and my life. Brilliant. Right, we're going through Mexicana again. You know what I haven't seen any of?
Refill stations.
Well, I haven't seen any of them, but also exactly where I was going with that. Jumanji. I've not seen it because I haven't been here since it was built. Wow. So yeah, let's head over there in a minute and we'll see it. Ooh, got dropped. There it is. Why would you put a queue time and a height restriction board at not the main entrance? Did that used to be the main entrance for a bit? Then it moved? Why is there no logic to this place? No logic whatsoever. I remember when this was in Sea Life Weymouth, opened in 2009 in Weymouth, and then opened here, what, 3 years ago or something? Tiny little rapids. Built so it could have little kids on it, littler ones than Tiger Rock, and then has the same height restriction. Good effort. Back in here again. Let's have a quick nosy at this, seeing as they have put a bit of effort in and changed the theme and added a lot more items, which is actually quite nice. Not more items than it ever used to have. Oh look, there's a little Zapamatic. Oh, that's cute. Charles, zoom in. Zapamatic. He's from the 5th dimension. Oh, I like that. Anyway, time to ride. Herman and German. Yeah, still very confused. It doesn't know whether it wants to be a story or a shoot 'em up ride. It gets very confused what it is there. What was your opinion on it?
It's a nice sit down.
It's a nice sit down, yeah. That's about it, really.
I've been to 2 of the rooms look nice.
Yeah, the snake scene is really long, and it's like, oh, you've defeated the snake, but then you sit there for ages anyway until you continue. It's very, very strange. Probably okay that they've made an effort to change it a bit, but it's still quite poor, to be honest. So there we go. That was Toon Blaster. And a quick walk past Tiger Rock. Not going to go on it because the queue time is massive, even though it's a very nice day for it. Ooh. Free thing is shooting water for free. How nice. But yeah, it's an alright area. It's they made an effort with it, and it's quite nice. It's a shame they couldn't redo the rock work to how it used to be, and even this rock work's like falling to bits a bit. But no, I always have a soft spot for over here and Tiger Rock. But look, it's open. I was actually expecting this to be shut today because it said it was closed until September or something like that, but no, it's very much open. Ooh. It's time for Peter being old again. There used to be Punning for Gold, which is why it's got that weird thing at the top, and that's actually the water chutes still to go down, and it used to come across, and you can still see on the floor where they used to be. But yeah, that closed ages ago, like a good 15 years ago or so. Yeah, it used to be Punning for Gold, right next to the massive Buddha, Happy Buddha. Yep, Punning for Gold. That's always been a donuts place next to it. Always. A couple of weeks ago I went to Fort Park. Yeah, exciting. But you know what has changed my life? Water fountains. Obviously water fountains quite regular abroad. In the UK, not really. Fort Park, got them absolutely everywhere. Chessington, just down the road, absolutely nothing. I want to fill up my water, but nowhere to fill up water for free. Or at least nowhere obvious, which is a shame. It's definitely something which should be adapted everywhere. Alton Towers has them. Alton Towers has water fountains. Thorpe's got water fountains. Where's Chessington's water fountains? Particularly as it's a family attraction, so you don't want the kids to die of heat stroke and stuff like that, do you? So, well, Charles just did a eyebrows thing there, which made me think maybe he does want them to. Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. We've learned something new on this channel, haven't we, everyone? Into Wild Asia, moving on, and just having a quick wander around. Then we might go and see Jumanji for the first time ever. Ooh, that's exciting. And it's time for Peter's Old Days again. Ooh, fun. This is closed at the moment, I assume because school groups and all that kind of stuff, it's just easier for them not to deal with them. But this is from the Millennium Dome. Timekeepers of the Millennium is what it was called, which is why it's got some weird theming which doesn't fit in anywhere, and all these swirls. That was all from Timekeepers of the Millennium. So I remember seeing this in the Millennium Dome in 2000. And then, yep, it got split in half, and half of it went to Ribena Berry Bash Bash at Alton Towers, and then half of it came here to Dennis's Madhouse. It's obviously not Dennis's Madhouse anymore. It is Temple of Mayhem. That was it. I've just seen a sign. But yeah, that's what it used to be. And there is another part of Old Peter. God, it's good, isn't it? You can even tell where it used to connect. Over here and just there. And there's the bolts. There we go. Sadly separated to end up in here. It's very weird. I've never actually been down this queue. I've stood in here once when I worked here. But for some reason they haven't blocked off the queue line, so I thought, you know what, I'll have a wander, see what it's like. So yes, it's still very Timekeepers and Millennium-y. Ah, and there you go. Shut gates like that. Interesting. Ooh, very exciting. That is Timekeepers of the Millennium for you. You know what I don't understand? They have a perfectly good outlet there, food outlet just there, which isn't used anymore. It's all blocked off, no signage and stuff like that. So they're not using it, but they've got a van selling stuff, which they could have in the unit just there. Yeah, that confuses me somewhat. Not entirely sure why, unless they've decided that's just not worth it. That's in a massive marquee tent and that's not open. But yeah, strange place this. It still looks quite alright, doesn't it, Charles?
Yeah.
The area still looks alright. Quite surprisingly, Dragon's Fury is probably one of the most intense rides we've got in the UK. Oh no, you can't see the Immelman. There we go. Particularly when it's unweighted, so it spins around. Oh, this is a lot more colourful than it used to be. So you used to find me in here a lot of the time when I used to work here. Unfortunately in Dragon's Playhouse. Cafe Nero there. Oh, that looks like it shuts whatever it is nowadays, if anything. Used to have a nice little show in there. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything now because there's no signage outside unless the signage is usually there. Interesting, and the toilet there is closed too. Wow, how exciting. But yes, this is the Land of the Dragons. Yeah, Dragon's Fury definitely does need a good paint up again. This goes really slowly at the top of the left hill now. Unnecessarily so. How weird. Maybe it's to stop it overspeeding or something. Interesting. I do wonder what's happening now. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Don't know how I managed to operate this all those years and not kill anybody without these signs. Danger of death. Yeah, the amount of people who clearly jumped in and all that, all those injuries I could have been prevented by having this sign here. Grand total of 0, by the way. This ride never had any sort of issues whatsoever. It's got higher gates now. How exciting. You can barely hear the music. It does have its music playing, but very, very quietly, which is a shame. I do like it. It does give me a bit of PTSD, but I do like the audio of it. Right, let's head down and have a look at the rest of Land of Dragons. Poor Griffin's Galleon is closed. Don't know why. It's got its audio on though, and it's got like the best loading music in the world. Oh, I loved it. It's always dead down here whenever we work down here, mainly because it was cut out. But it does have extra areas now. You've got an entrance there. You've got an entrance just by Squirtle-Lot. Squirtle-Lot's seen better days as well. Again, back when I used to work here, back in Peter's days. Good old Griffins. Oh, I love the music. I'm glad it's still playing. The old control for Squirtle-Lot is up in Canopy Capers. Just there. I pointed it. That's the old control room for it. So someone used to sit there and manually control it. And he used to be able to speak and stuff like that and get people all wet, whereas now it looks like it's very much unloved and not working anymore. We'll get in via that way. That's a shame. But yes, another back in the day thing. Poor Griffins. Someone needs to love poor Griffins. It's old Peter time again. It's the old Safari Skyway I used to work on. It's still here. Well, the station's still here and a bit of the track, and so it's a control booth with the camera still there, and basically got everything still up there.
The ride host is still there.
Yeah, and the ride operator's still up there, wondering why nobody's going on it. closed 15 years ago. No, it's now a techie place. So I get to loiter up there, which is quite nice. But yes, Safari Skyway. That's another old thing, and it used to come out. Oh, it used to come out just over here, just there. You come down and along. You okay there?
Yeah, suddenly it's cooler. It's
oh yeah,
so
it's
nice.
breeze, and the clouds are coming.
Clouds are
which
just
is lovely.
coming, all of a sudden temperatures dropped.
Oh, it's perfect. That's what you want when it was like 30 degrees.
It was 30 degrees.
Yeah. Hi everyone, it's what you've all been waiting for. It's a closed pathway. Wonder why you're not allowed to use that. Unsafe stairs compared to the unsafe bridge. What's closed off for no reason? Do you think all those cameras still work? There's a lot of old cameras here which they've just kept and then put multiple things on top. Anyway, on to Jumanji. This is my first look at it, so you get to see what I think instantly. Oh, it's a sun trap. Oh dear. Oh, these have grown up. I saw photos of it when I first came, and it was a bit pathy. Not pathy. These hadn't grown up, so it was just like, you know, rocks and stuff. This looks nice. I don't know where I'm going. I'm walking down here, I believe. Oh, there's a hippo. It's quite a nice little impressive structure. That queue line looks absolutely vile. Absolutely vile. Also, this noise is really annoying.
Oh, you don't like the constant ringing?
The ringing noise? No, I'm not a fan. But the area looks quite alright. It looks okay. Oh, they've put some stuff in to try and keep the bark from going everywhere. But it hasn't really worked. Well, they need to top up the bark. Wow, okay, there we go. Oh, only 20 minutes, I haven't done it. Shall we go do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you get to see what I think about it after being on here for 20 minutes, if this queue time is accurate. Hopefully it is. Let's do it. Unfortunately, whilst we're waiting, Dragon's Fury is broken down. And they've evacuated the queue, and the queue has pretty much come straight to here, so it's slowed down things a bit. It just harks back to... Did Fury ever break down when I was here, when I worked here? Yes, it did. But did they ever evacuate it? It was very rare. And nowadays they tend to evacuate before moving the rides again when they reset it. But surely, if you think like risk assessment wise, what's safer? Starting the ride up with guests still on to move them, or evacuate them and have to get them off whilst you're harnessed and go down the stairs and stuff like that. Surely it's a lot more riskier to evacuate and a lot more dangerous to evacuate than it is just to restart the ride. Obviously this assumes that the ride can't reset, but based on how things run nowadays, they generally do evacuate before resetting a ride. But yes, that was something which we didn't used to do back in the day. We used to just reset it with guests on because it's quicker and yeah, it's a hell of a lot safer. You're on there, you'll just move forwards. But there we go. It goes to say, like, yeah, safety may not be, you know, it's improved over the days, but maybe sometimes the things that we do nowadays are more unsafe than what we used to do back in the day. There you go. Also, whilst we're in there, there's no bins whatsoever in this queue line. Oh no, there's one just there, just in the vouching area. One bin. So everywhere's a complete mess. It's completely vile. Why don't they ever put bins in these queue lines? Oh well. Let's go ride this. And off we go. Interesting. It's okay. It's very bouncy. It goes off with no, well, I don't know whether it usually is like that, but it just went off. No like dispatch audio or anything like that. It just was like, off we go. Operation wise, terrible. 2 hosts, don't know whether that's a normal thing either, but 2 hosts very slowly going up and then along. When it's already got quite a low throughput anyway, you'd think that maybe you'd have more than 2 hosts on the attraction. Yeah, bouncy. Not as sickening as I thought it was going to be, but at the same time, still quite sickening. It's okay. It's very, very noisy. You might have heard it a little bit earlier, but yeah, on the launches, so both in the station and over there, as it's got 2 launches, incredibly noisy. There's just a high-pitched squeal that you hear, and it's, yeah, I don't know, it's not something which I'd rush to go and do in any way, shape or form. But, you know, I've done it. Yeah, it's not really a thrilling ride. It's not really a family ride. I don't really know where it sits. It just bounces and just goes around a little bit. It's slow as well, as you can see. It's confused, is how I'm going to put it. Confused. I do like its monkey faces. They're quite cool. Over it goes. Yeah. So that's my opinion of it. It's a It's a What's your opinion on it?
Tame. Very tame.
Yes.
That's right, I was very disappointed. It's got boosts, it's got a bit of inversions, Chessington to try something new, and it's too worried about being too thrilling. You know, too thrilling.
Too thrilling. Yeah. There we go. That's summing up Manchu Mayhem. Heading down with Wildwoods. Do you remember when Alton Towers used to have one of them? And then Chessington copied and got that too. Sad time. Down to Transylvania. This is always a very nice area just to have a nosy and see Vampire. I remember a very heavy storm once and this turned into a massive lake.
Oh yeah.
How exciting is that? But I can hear Vampire going. I think it's going up the second lift hill, which means it's just about to go over this bit. Let's watch it as it comes out. Oh, and it just left the lift hill. Oh no, it was on the first lift hill. Which means it's going to go over this little bit. Surprisingly thrilling, this. More so on the second half than the first half. There you go. Good old Vampire. We're going to get a milkshake in the burger kitchen. Yummy, yummy, yummy. But before I do that, let's have a look at the Vampire queue. Only 20 minutes. This used to be the fast track entrance just here, hence the board and everything like that. Obviously it just goes to where the fast track entrance now is. And the fast track machines used to be down there, the 3 fast track machines. Does anybody remember 3 fast track machines? Then when they started charging for them, it was 6 rides for £3, 50p each. Yes, they started to use the original queue for the fast track. What I really wanted to do back in the day is to have this open straight forwards for fast track and turn right for the main queue. Don't know how you quite do that nowadays really. Maybe a little sign just there or something, like an overhead thing. But that would have been quite cool. And then just a little bit of fence work just to join up the fast track and the main queue there. Maybe one day. But yes, into the burger kitchen we go again. Charles has fallen foul to the Aramarkness, where they've lost the ice creams and the milkshakes. So look how happy he is. He's very, very happy. Right. Oh, you can get a Project D donut though. Only for like £9. £9 for a donut. Oh, thank you. Right. Suppose we better go get the ice cream from up the top then. An improvement I have made is the ride cycle on Seastorm. It now just doesn't do what it used to do, which was go forwards, go backwards for half of it, and then go forwards again. Now it does all sorts of things, like face inwards, spin around multiple times. So they actually made quite a good effort there, which I'm proud of them. Well done Chessington. See, I can be positive about the place, can be positive where it's required. Well, deserved, that's the word. Everybody's queuing for there, whereas I'm just going to go straight in here and have an ice cream from here. That's yummy, yummy, yummy. They've wanted a park, he had a milkshake. We've done film the milkshake. Ooh. Fire escape. This is how you used to exit the vampire when you finished at the end of the day. How exciting is that, eh? Very exciting. That's also why it's got a code on it, presumably, so you can still go into the maintenance bay. Vampire's now saying 45 minutes, which is a bit upsetting, so not going to do it. I've done Vampire many a time. I'm not going to queue 45 minutes for it. I do apologise, everybody on here. Charles, you can dump in your image thing of the organist that you saw earlier. The organist.
Okay, yeah, you really stumbled over that line, didn't you?
There you go, the organist, just there, organist. And yeah, it's time for us to go. That was a short, sweet thing. It's probably ended up still about 45 minutes in this vlog, isn't it? Sorry, but hopefully it sounds a lot better this time. Yay!
Yeah, that would be good.
That would be very good. Let me sort out my hair just for this last bit. Like and subscribe. I can't see it. Oh God. Oh, that's vile. That is vile. That's me in 30-degree heat for you. Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, like and subscribe, please.
Like and
comment
subscribe.
below if you think, I don't know.
He looks like a postman. Doesn't he look like a postman with that badge? I was thinking he was wearing a Royal Mail top. So he just looks like a...
What is that supposed to be?
Postman Charles, Postman Charles, Postman Charles. He's really wild. Please watch these videos. Then we will have a happy time. Thank you very much. See you again soon. Bye.